Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Gigi, and today we're going to be doing a cute little watercolor project called The Tale of the Corgi and the Fairy. I hope you enjoy it. So here's some materials that you'll need. You'll need a cup of water and some brushes, watercolor paint, paper, a pencil, and a black marker. Let's get started. So for this one, you're going to start off with some basic circles here, some basic geometric shapes, and then you're going to start by drawing in the ears. So you don't have to start with all this like fluffy detail. You can just start off with the basic shapes and go in and then add those details later. But for me, I started off with those. For this actual pose of the Corgi, I'm using a reference of a personal picture from a friend of mine. So I really like the aspect of kind of a smile, but I kind of wanted to make him goofy, so I stuck his tongue out and making sure that he had like a really just fun time chasing after the fairy or the fairy chasing him. So right here I'm kind of adding in the legs, adding in the fluff of the chest, and really kind of making these paws look super cute. I really want the overall picture to be nice, fluffy, fun, and really look like it's kind of involved in a children's book. To add a little bit of whimsical nature in this, I'm adding some mushrooms and making the grass nice and tall. And now onto the Corgi's best friend, the fairy. So I start off with some butterfly wings, and then I'm making the fairy look very, very simplistic, keeping it almost to like a stick figure shape. Gave her a little wand, gave her little legs, kind of a dress, and then here's some stepping stones, just to make sure that they're following along the path. Now, once you're completely done with your drawing and you're satisfied with how it looks, we're going to move on to painting the Corgi. So I'm going to be going in with a nice kind of reddish, oranges kind of color for the actual Corgi. And I'm going to start off by just making the top of his head this nice burnt orange, reddish orange color. I love the colors that kind of come across in the Corgi because they have such beautiful undertones and just beautiful colors of shades of orange. So feel free to kind of make the Corgi whatever color that you like. Just like with our other watercolor projects, it's really important to keep the watercolor paint nice and wet. You want your project to be nice and loose and not have the brush strokes. So make sure your brush is wet and that you have enough water on your brush. So on his thigh here, I'm adding in a little bit of a yellow orange, just to kind of give some differentiation between the fur and the color. In that same yellow orange, I'm just going to layer that on top of the reddish orange that I already put down, just to kind of give a nice mixed color and just enhance that orange color too, besides it being a little too red for me. While that dries, I'm going to go in with the red and start doing the mushrooms and making sure that they're all nice and watery as well. So I want my grass to be extra bright green. So by doing that, I want to start off with a base layer of yellow. This will really enhance and make the grass really pop out from all the reds that we have between the mushrooms, and the actual corgi is a reddish orange. So I really want this grass to stick out and be nice and green. So put a nice layer of yellow. It could be either a deep yellow like I'm doing, or it can be a lighter yellow. And then I'm going to start off with my sky. So I'm taking a nice medium blue and just kind of really watering it down and starting to go in and paint my sky here. And don't forget the little paws here. I'm taking a little bit of a very light pink and going in and painting the paws. So it should look like something like this once it's done, and you're gonna let it dry. So here's what it looks like with a little bit more layers layered on top and that green really put on top of there. And that's pretty much the finished product. And the last step is to actually outline. And here's what it is. So I'm really excited to kind of share this with you. I really hope you enjoyed this project. As always, stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, and I'll see you next time.